Alright, so dimensional analysis is an awesome method for converting one unit system into another. So in this example above, I've got a rate here, 3 miles per 1 hour, or as we'd say, 3 miles per hour. And I want to know how many feet per minute is that. So it's a different unit system, feet per minute instead of miles per hour. So how do you actually do that? Well, you need to use a couple steps, maybe 3 steps. Let me see. Step one. Step one is to look up the conversion factors that you need if you don't have them memorized. So um, I'm starting with miles, and I want to get to feet. That means I need to know how many feet is in every mile. I need to convert miles to feet. So I need the conversion factor between miles and feet. So if you don't have that memorized, as I didn't for this lesson, just look it up like I did. Could be in the front of your book. Maybe if not, just look it up on the internet, right? So you need the conversion factors. Um, Here we're starting with hours, and we're going to minutes. So we need the conversion factor of hours to minutes, minutes to hours. That one I didn't have memorized. No, there's 60 minutes in an hour. Okay, so that's step one. Look up your conversion factors. Step two is to write those conversion factors as fractions, as ratios expressed as fractions. So here, there's 5,280 feet per 1 mile, and I could have written that as 1 mile per 5,280 feet. That means the same thing. The reason why I put feet on top and miles on the bottom is because I want miles to cancel off. If you have something on the top and something on the bottom, you can cancel it out. Because I don't want anything about miles when I'm done with this thing. I want the miles to be gone. So I write this so that the units that I don't want uh, cancel out. Similarly, I want hours to be gone, right? Uh, the thing I want is feet per minute. There's nothing about hours in there, so I want hours to go away. So I write the conversion factor of hours and minutes as 1 hour over 60 minutes. That way, hours cancel out. All right, so so miles and miles cancel out, hours and hours cancel out. What are the units left? Feet and minutes, and that's what I'm going for. Feet per minute. Once you do that, then you simply multiply. You take your starting rate, multiply it by the conversion factors that you set up in the way that you wanted to set them up. So straight across the top, 3 times 5,280 times 1, 1 times 1 times 60. Okay, you do that. I didn't show a step here. So 3 times 5280 times 1 is 15,840. So that's what I would get. Um, so what I would get before this last step was, what was that? 15,840. And then 1 times 1 times 60 is 60. Now I want to convert this into the unit rate, meaning just 1 on the bottom. Because, um, because it's just 15,840 feet per 60 minutes doesn't mean a whole lot to me. So convert is just best practice, right? So to do that, I just divide the top by the bottom. 15,840 divided by 60 is 264. So 264 feet per 1 minute. So 264 feet per minute. 3 miles per hour is equivalent to 264 feet per minute. All right, let's try one. That's gonna be kind of a doozy, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's fun. So light travels at 299,792,458 meters per second. Okay, so let's just write that down. Um, True story. This is really how fast it goes. I mean, it's rounded a little bit, but so let's write. Make sure you write the meters per second. So um, seconds are on the bottom per second. So it's just 1 second. So in 1 second, light travels 299,792,458 meters. Crazy fast. So what is its speed in miles per hour? So what I want to end up with is something miles on top and something hours on bottom. So I'm starting with meters and I need to convert that to miles. And I'm starting with seconds and I need to convert that to hours. So let's start with seconds. And in fact, why don't we do it? Yeah, we need to convert between seconds and hours. So let's just actually start with 1 hour. And just think about this logically. 1 hour has 60 minutes, and each minute has 60 seconds. So 1 hour is going to have 60 minutes times 60 seconds. So 1 hour has 3,600 seconds. So that's a conversion factor. So now I want seconds to cancel out because what I want to end up with is something per hour. There's nothing about seconds in there, so I'm going to put this number actually on top so that it'll cancel out. So I'm going to multiply this by this conversion factor. So 3,600 seconds over 1 hour. Now I did that. Now we could have started with what's 1 second? How many hours is 1 second? But it'd be some kind of weird decimal, right? So I didn't want to do that. So as long as you've got some kind of ratio that is true, that'll work as a conversion factor, right? So we've got 36,000 or 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. So that'll work for converting seconds into hours. All right, now we need to multiply it by a conversion factor that turns meters into miles. And actually, I forget how many meters are in a mile, so I'm going to pause this, look that up, and come back. All right, so found it. It's 1 mile is equal to about 1,609 meters. So let's see what we want to cancel out miles. So we want to put that on the bottom. So we're going to multiply that by, alright, ignore this. Let's see. Let me actually, alright, I'm going to pause you again, get rid of this stuff so this is clear. Alright, so I want to put miles on the bottom of this conversion factor because miles are on top here and I want those to cancel away. So I've got 1 mile is equivalent to 1,609. Oh, actually, no. I wanted these are meters. Sorry. I want meters to cancel out. So, actually, sorry. I'm gonna flip this over. This needs to be miles on top and meters on bottom. These are meters. Sorry, I misread that. So pausing one more time. All right, last time's a charm. So I want to cancel out meters because what I'm going for is miles. So my conversion factor between miles and meters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put meters on the bottom. Lost my color there. Meters on the bottom. So 1 mile is 1,609 meters, roughly speaking. It's rounded a little bit. And then we've got 1 mile on the top. Okay. So hopefully you can read this. So we've got our original rate is 299,792,458 meters per 1 second. Now we're going to convert the seconds to hours first. So there's 3,600 seconds per 1 hour. So the seconds will cancel out. Seconds on top, seconds on the bottom. And then we're going to convert the meters to miles. I'm putting miles on the bottom. For every 1 mile, there's 1,609 meters. I'm putting the meters on the bottom so that meters and meters cancel out. Okay, so let's do the cancellations. Meters and meters cancel out. Seconds and seconds cancel out. So all I'm left with is miles and hours, which is what I want. I want miles per hour. Now I multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So I'm just going to do the bottom first. 1 times 1 times 1,609 is 1,609. Okay, now the doozy. Grab the calculator. So we've got 299,792,458 times 3600 times 1. So that's a big number. That would be right there. I'm just going to go ahead and take that number and then divide it by 1,609 because that'll be the last step to get it into a unit rate. Divide by so what do we have here? So that is equal to we got 670 million 760,000 and 5 miles per 1 hour. So light travels at roughly 300 million meters per second. That's a little over 670 million miles per hour.